First of all, I want to thank everyone for being here to support our winners today. As I was reading through the nomination packets, I noticed that there was a common thread between all the student award winners. It reminded me of a quote that I once heard from Winston Churchill. "Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference." I thought that was very appropriate to begin our awards program. I would also like to thank Dr. Lee Burkett, the director at the Bureau of Career and Technical Education. She presented this morning. And also I'd like to recognize that one of her division managers, Mr. Frank DiNatale, is with us today. And we are thrilled to have Representative Jeff Pyle and his assistant Erica Godsey. We also have Mr. Mark Vetko, legislative aide for Senator Pilecki, with us today. Thank you. What we're going to do is go in reverse order this afternoon with the student award winners. So, beginning with our second place winner, Kathryn Silvis. Kathryn Silvis attends Lenape Technical School in the Construction Technology program. She was nominated by Jamie Transu. In a moment, after I finish describing Katie to you, we'll have everyone that's associated with her come up as she receives her award. Katie's challenges were in the areas of reading. She has a specific learning disability. She helps run her household. She lives independently with her brothers and is responsible for cooking, cleaning, and grocery shopping. Katie cleaned the house of a local carpenter, hoping to be offered a job with his contracting company. The company struggled financially, so unfortunately, this opportunity fell through. How has Katie overcome her barriers, which is what this award ceremony is all about for our students? While at Lenape Tech, she has maintained an A-B average. During her junior year, she was on the honor roll, and this year, during her senior year, she has been on high honor roll every trimester so far. She was the outstanding student of the month in carpentry, and she's certified in fire extinguisher training. Katie asked to see her grades 3 to 4 times a week, right, Mrs. Transu? Just to note any changes and analyze what she could have done better or where she can improve. Teachers indicate that her work is always on time and of the highest quality. In carpentry, she asks for help and clarification on every assignment. She never submits a product that is just good enough. She demands of herself to be thorough and substantial. Her carpentry instructor, Mr. Nathan Stairs, stated, "In all of my years, I have only worked around a handful of women in the field. I can honestly say Katie has by far the best attitude and work ethic that I have ever encountered from any young adult. I enjoy every day that I get to spend with her." Katie has achieved either distinguished or competent on the vast majority of the competencies in her carpentry construction technology program. Each of the student winners were asked to submit a personal statement. Katie said, "I've worked hard my whole life to get past the roadblocks my brain put in front of me. I never wanted to be labeled. My drive and determination is what got me through the long nights of studying, frustration, and tears to get me where I am today. My 3 brothers all graduated from the carpentry program. A little bit of competition there. My experience in carpentry has turned out to be so much more than I could have hoped. The best part is spending free time building projects of my own choosing. I learn from my own mistakes and successes. On my first project, a folding stool, I muddled my way through it. I hope it didn't show. The next project, a gun rack, I fell in love with the finishing part of woodworking. It matched my affinity for detail and perfection. I wish I had had the confidence to try bigger and more complex projects. My last project, a freestanding shelf, forced me to come out of my comfort zone and put all of my knowledge to the test. I wish I had tried that sooner. Challenges from my past seem only a memory because they no longer hold me back. All of my extra work is second nature to me now. Katie, we are so very proud of you. Congratulations. Happy Special Populations. And our Life Work Challenge Award presented to Kathryn Silvis along with a check. Congratulations.
Hi, my name is Jamie Transu. I'm Katie's learning support teacher at Lenape. That pretty much encompassed the application process. And the only thing I really have to add to that is that Katie just found out last week that she achieved the advanced status on her NOCTI written portion that she took last week for her carpentry. So I think she deserves a round of applause for that. And she was nervous about coming today because tomorrow is the NOCTI performance assessment. So she took pictures on her phone of the stations to study today on the way back home. So that's just the kind of student that Katie is, and she's been a real joy. And as a teacher, you're not supposed to pick favorites, but Katie's mine.
And you're being recorded right now.
You're on tape here. I guess it's my turn. My name is State Representative Jeff Pyle, and believe it or not, I grew up literally in the shadow of Lenape Vocational Technical School in Manor Township, Ford City, Pennsylvania. Before I start, a little bit of housekeeping. I bring you greetings from the Speaker of the House, Sam Smith, and also from the Majority Leader, Mike Turzide, neither of which could make it. We are in the middle right now of appropriations hearings, which when I learned Katie was the winner of this award, I was very thankful, because if I weren't sitting with you here right now, I'd be sitting with the Secretary of Corrections discussing what prisons will be closing next year. Without further ado, I bring another greeting for you. This one is from Senator Dawn White of Indiana County, 41st District. Whereas Kathryn Silvis is being awarded second place in the annual Life Work Challenge Award by the Pennsylvania Association of Career and Technical Education Special Populations during its annual conference. I'm not going to read this whole thing, and I'm going to summarize this one too. We are tremendously, tremendously proud of Katie. Sitting here with lunch, she said, "I think you guys are making much too big of a deal out of this." And I said, "You know, sometimes you got to learn to take a bow. You did good." Now, I was going through the line with her and horsing around, and she pointed down and said, "What's that?" I said, "You're in Hershey, Katie. That's chocolate butter." Really? Yeah, it's pretty good. You ought to try it. So I went over. And anyway, one of the things I told her when she said, "You're making much too big of a big deal out of this," I said two things. One, it's going to be tough enough out there. Take a bow when the opportunity presents itself. And when she was trying to defer, you know, all the good things that she has just done in winning this award, she was going around the table and, you know, my mom raised us all by herself, and it's all about her. And Mrs. Coker-Taylor, man, I could not have walked into a better situation in school. Mrs. Timmons, anytime I have questions, and she was trying to defer all this praise all the way around the table. And Katie, here in a second, I'm going to step away and let people applaud you. Thank you.
I just wanted to thank all my teachers and my mom and the teachers that couldn't be here with me, like my shop teacher and my blueprint teacher, and all the people that gave me so much support and encouraged me and made me feel like I deserved this. And thank you. And this has just made me so humble, and I will never forget this for the rest of my life, and I thank every one of you.